Welcome to the first video of the three-part installment of College 101. This first video is going to be talking about how to decide where you're going to apply for college. I think there are really three questions you need to ask yourself when you're starting to kind of go through the process of figuring out what you want to do after high school. The first question you want to ask yourself when you're trying to pick out which colleges to look at is, what do you want after high school? Do you want a 4-year school where you can get your bachelor's degree? Do you want maybe a 2-year technical training school where you can get specific training in maybe a career field that you're interested in? Do you want to go directly into the career field and start building up your resume? Another option is a gap year, and so gap year is where students will take a year off between high school and college to travel around. Maybe this is the time when you want to work, but a lot of students use it to travel the world. My suggestion is, if you want to do a gap year, still apply to colleges, get into a school, and then defer your admission for a year. So then once you get back from your gap year, you can go directly into college, or if you realize that college really isn't for you, you can deny your admission. But at least you have a backup option. Also, your school might have some options for you. I know that my high school has a STAR program where students can come back to the school after graduation and work in the school. So make sure you kind of evaluate all your options and evaluate what's best for you. The second question is, where do you want to go? Now, this doesn't necessarily have to mean a specific school. Yes, it's always good to have, your dream school in sight, but this is more of where do you want to live? And so the first question under that question is, what kind of weather do you like? Do you like the cold? Do you like the warmth? Do you like rain? So deciding that can kind of help establish a geographic area as to where you want to go to school. The second part of that is, what geographic features do you want? Do you want a big city? Do you want mountains? Do you want the ocean? It all depends on your personal preference. The last important thing under that second question of where do you want to go is, what kind of business opportunities do you want? If you are looking to be in the tech industry, maybe going to school in San Francisco by Silicon Valley is the best choice for you. The last question is, what do you like to do? And so this can help you kind of narrow down your majors. So if you really like to sing, maybe looking at a music major or a choir teacher major. So I think college is an opportunity for students to go and get an education in something that they are really, really interested in. Because a lot of the times in high school, you're set this core curriculum that you have to take all 4 years. And you maybe have 1 or 2 courses where you get to decide, what you want to learn. But college is everything that you want to learn, and it's tailor-made to you. And so think about what you like to do, because that could be your career. And so getting an education in something that you are really interested about will help you succeed in college. So really think about the activities that you like to do and what you could maybe see yourself doing as a job, not only as a source of income, but as a source of happiness. Another thing under what you like to do is look for clubs and activities. If you're really into big sports game, maybe look at a D1 school. If you're really into archery and soccer and, art, maybe look at a school that has a really big list of different activities, opposed to a smaller school which may only have a few options for you. Now, doing each of these 3 questions can be a little bit difficult on your own, but luckily there are really awesome websites that can help you kind of decipher all of these questions. My first suggestion would be niche.com. And so they are essentially a website that helps you filter through all the colleges in the United States, and I think they also have some international options as well. And so each of these 3 questions are filters on the website, so you can go in and then select, I want a school in Washington State that has a great photography program and has a D1 school. And so all of those filters can narrow down your options from, 100,000 schools down to about 20 schools. And so that'll help you figure out where you need to maybe go on a college visit for. The last suggestion is mainly for students in Minnesota, because it is something that I used when I was in high school. It's called mncis.intocareers.org. And essentially, if you are in a public school system in Minnesota, you will have a login that your counselor can give you, and you can go in and apply all of these filters, including your monetary status, how your GPA, what acceptance rate each school has. So all of those options you can plug into MNCIS and it'll pull up lists of schools for you. And so using these sources can make this very daunting process of figuring out where you want to go after high school a lot easier. So if you have any questions, please talk to your school counselors, and I'm sure they'd be able to help you if you need more help after this video. Thank you, and make sure to watch the next video to find out some tips and tricks on how to write letters for your college applications.